Hello and welcome to a new episode of Review. Today we will take a look at the Airbus A340-300 in the colors of Air France. And if we take a look at the box, we have this really beautiful Air France design on the box. We have the aircraft itself, also we have the Air France branding. Now if we turn the box around on the back side, we can see the aircraft once again. We have the original dimensions of the aircraft, and a bit unusual, normally the additional information is only in two languages, German and English. In this case it's of course also in French. Now let's look inside. And here she is, the Airbus A340-300 in the colors of Air France, and you might already have spotted it. Those are the old colors of Air France, and this livery called Euro White was in use from the 1970s all the way to 2008. And if we start off with the tail section, we can actually see where the livery has had one of its two changes, because the livery has really not changed that much. Now on the vertical stabilizer we have the Air France branding, and that's where we actually have one of the changes, because here the new livery is kind of more rounded on the edges, whilst on the Euro White livery we have a clear cut. Now integrated into the widest blue stripe on the vertical stabilizer we also have the European flag, but it's almost impossible to see with the naked eye, and definitely not here on those recordings. Other than that, we of course also have the full registration code of the aircraft. Now moving on to the front of the aircraft. And here we have the writing of Air France across the fuselage, and that's basically the second change in the livery from the Euro White to the livery we have today. Here we only have the writing of Air France in blue. I think the font or the size might have changed slightly, and then the new livery also have like a red stripe, which actually, it sounds really weird, but it actually does a lot to the whole livery. But anyway, this is the Euro White livery and we only have the writing of Air France. Some further details are the aircraft type specification, which is just under the Air France. Then on the right side of the door we have the SkyTeam logo, very tiny. Then if we move a little bit further on, again right between the door and the cockpit windows we have the SkyTeam logo once again, a bit bigger. And under the cockpit windows we have the combined Air France KLM logo, as it's the name of the parent company. But of course we have some more details on the aircraft, and if we turn the plane around we can see the doors to the cargo compartment have been fitted. If we take a look at the wings we can see some nice details here on the upper side, and if we turn the plane around again and see the underside of the wings we can see the full registration code of the aircraft once again. Now what I don't like on the engines is basically the back side. It's simply not detailed enough, it's just a flat piece of plastic and it doesn't look like anything. And it's really a pity because it just seems like they could do so much more. We see it on other aircraft types, but Herpa just doesn't do it right on the Airbus A340. And it's especially a shame when you see the front side of the engines, the intake, where we can see the fan blades, and that looks really great. So why the hell is it like two pieces of an engine? The front end looks really good and the back end looks absolute rubbish. I'm sorry, I just don't get it. Now it's important to stress out that it's not an exclusive problem of this Air France model. It's basically a problem with all Airbus A340s from Herpa Wings. Now as you might already have guessed, it's not really my favorite aircraft model. It's not the worst, definitely, and it's actually not because of the engines. It's simply because I think the livery is a bit too boring. And it sounds strange, I mentioned it in the beginning of the episode, but this red stripe they've added to the Air France branding on the front of the aircraft, it does a lot. Now I know it's not really rational because it's just one little red stripe. It's not rational at all, and I can't explain it further why it for me just changes so much. But it does. Now if you have enjoyed this episode, why not leave a like, or if you're new around here, why not hit subscribe? That would be absolutely awesome. And don't miss out on the next episode of Review, where we will take a look at the Airbus A321-200 in the colors of the Middle East Airlines. And now just a quick announcement before we end today's episode. Now we're getting close to the 50th episode of Review, and to celebrate that I've decided to let you choose which aircraft I should make a review of for the 50th episode. Now you can see my suggestions right here. Just let me know in the comments below which of these aircraft you would like me to make a review of. Now the aircraft with the most comments will be the one I choose. And with that, thank you very much for watching. I'm checking out, hope to see you soon, and bye.